Celtic fans, you. It is currently 87 minutes in the Celtic game. It is currently 88 minutes in the Celtic game, and Celtic are winning 2-0 at home to Dundee. And I'm just checking the scores. Oh, wait a minute. Dundee have got a chance here. Back post. Dundee have still got the ball. Dundee are having a go for it now. I hate it when teams do this. They're getting beat 2-0, so it doesn't really matter. Celtic are going to win the game ultimately. But why don't teams have a goal right at the start of the game rather than sit back? They say they defended well, wouldn't they? Let me just check this. Let's mark a bit. Anyway, Dundee have a corner. Hail from Bulgaria. Patrick's coming in from Bulgaria. Come on, get it out of the box. There's lots to talk about in this game because there was a lot of players given chances the first half, and I've got to say, didn't work. But we'll talk about it after the game. I just need to get the Sefconian score up. They're on 74 minutes. They are 15 minutes behind us. The stats. Rangers have had more possession. Checking for VAR. What? There's no appeals for it at all, but VAR are trying to give Dundee a penalty. There's a surprise, isn't there? Oh, come on, it comes off his... They're not giving that as a penalty. No, it's not a handball. Fuck's sake, they can't give that. I mean, that's ridiculous. Chris from Govan is in house, humped by the sheep. Right, let me jump into the comments section before this game ends. I'm on 90 minutes, but there's 3 minutes to go. Don't know what yous are on. Big Dom saying looking like not a bad night for the hoops, so I'll just hope it stays like that, because as it's... Yes! Yes! Fuck! Yes! 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 Oh, come on, Dyson! If you hadn't noticed, Aberdeen have just scored. Aberdeen have just scored. Perfect. What a night. Know your place. Yes. Absolutely fantastic. Come on, keep it up, Aberdeen. Keep it up, Aberdeen. Bursting to change channels. I'm bursting to change channels as well. Chris McCowns from Springburn. Come on, Celtic, finish this so we can get it turned over. I'm trying to see if one of those Stevie... I'm just trying to find someone. Stevie Dangle. What's that? Brucey Bears. Oh, Jesus. Jazz News. Stevie Idiots. I wonder if he's live, because if he's live, he's not live. No. What a shame. I was hoping that he was going to be live. Stevie Cool's not live, so he might be live after the game. I was going to try and stream both our channels at the same time. What about Mad Alistair Johnson scoring another one? He'll be bursting to interview again. Mr. Talk a lot. How many nervous ninnies at half time? Panicking routine. One was never in doubt. It was never in doubt, Michael. But when after tomorrow morning, I think tomorrow, once the dust is settled, we need to talk about Lewis Palmer. We need to talk about Yang. We need to talk about Tony Ralston. We need to talk about ultimately Greg Taylor's performance the first half. He didn't look up to it, and I think that those are players that are not ultimately Celtic standard. We need better players, and they're okay as backup players, but for a night like tonight, they should have been shown how good they are, and ultimately they didn't, and they were chucked off at. That's it, top of the league. Looking down on the Aberdeen, and let's get the league. Have we still got the league table? We'll get the league table live, and let's get the league table up as it stands. Rangers getting beat. Rangers even further behind. Yep, Aberdeen are on 28 points because Aberdeen are currently winning 2-1 against Rangers. Motherwell have overtaken Dundee United, it looks like, which is a shame because I was wanting Dundee United to try and get up the league a bit, close the gap on the Rangers, but it's good to see that gap going between Aberdeen and Rangers growing even more. And let's face it, as long as Celtic keep on doing what we're doing, we will win the title. But it's absolutely fantastic that there is a league title race. Baz, it's Davey Phil, the Milton Provost. Davey's changed his channel name. It's up today. It says Vince Captain Alistair Johnson talks when he wants. He talks when he wants. Absolutely brilliant. Changing channel news for the giggles. See you later, Big Diz. Because Stevie Boy 1872 isn't even live. He's not even live. Big Stevie Cool's not live. He is not live, so yeah, you'll be back here shortly. First prediction was correct, 2-0. I said 2-0 as well. There was a lot of people going 4-5-0. I just couldn't see how we were going to break down that team tonight. I just didn't see how the team that started ultimately were going to get 3 or 4 goals. I just couldn't see it. 2-0 I thought would be an achievable goal scoreline. I said last night before I seen the team, I said 3-0, but when I seen the team tonight, I did say the 2. Even though that was a bit of hard work, my stream had no volume. It was torture, says Jamesy Boy. I'm just going to turn this down because it is not watching the Sheep Zombie game. Yep, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to listen to what Brendan Rodgers says first of all. Celtic TV will cut off. Celtic TV will not show Brendan Rodgers, so let's get on to the Sheep game if we can. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Stupid app. Stupidio. Favourite channels. Oh, come on. Yang looks pretty good in the second half. You think so, Jason Lee? I don't think he's Celtic standard. I really don't. Let's not. The ball that he was crossing in that went to Alistair Johnson was the deflection. It was going nowhere near Alistair Johnson. I thought his passing was woeful for a lot of the game. In the first half, anyway. First half was shit. Changes should have happened at half time, says Ian. Poor wee Huns, come on, Aberdeen. Great 10 minutes. That was a frustrating game to watch, but it was a good job. Danny Cassie says, "Here we Baz begin. The Huns are getting beat." Yes, they are. I'm just trying to get that game on, so just give me 2 seconds. Huns are fine. Scottish football. Has to be an easier way to do this. Scottish teams. That'll be on. Is it on? What station are they on? I'm just trying to find the Aberdeen channel. They've not even got. Aberdeen don't have. Oh, there they are. Oof, that's noisy. Currently listening to Aberdeen TV for the first time in my life. Schuster's there is that my dad or my brother? Listen to my brother. We do need to it's my brother. We do need to rotate the squad, the amount of games that we play, keep things fresh, starters and sharp, and inevitably our backups will not be nowhere near the level we'd like them to be for various reasons. Yeah, I get that, James, but I mean, Tony Ralston, he's meant to be a Scotland international. Palmer, his passing was woeful. You know, if Yang, his passing was woeful as well. If these players are doing it in training, you know, they should be able to do it when they're asked. They're given a chance. You know, they're given a chance, and I'm not getting this. I'm not buying this that they're no match fit and stuff. But you know, when they're ready, if they're good enough and they're ready enough to step into the team, and they think that they're first team players, they need to show it on the pitch. And ultimately, Louis Palmer didn't show it tonight again. You know, Yang didn't show it tonight for me. The deflection goal that Alistair Johnson get was going nowhere near Alistair Johnson. Let's face it. And I think there's a few players. If we get in, do you know who we should be talking up? And let's not talk down the players that came on tonight. Who we should be talking up is Arne Engels, because him as a player, he's way above some of the standard of the players we've got. And at 20-year-old, what an absolutely fantastic talent that young guy is. Now, my argument is that if we bring in better players, if we sell the likes of Yang and if we sell the likes of Palmer, and we bring in players of an 8, 9, 10 million pound standard that are similar to the likes of Arne Engels, that was surely a foul. If we bring in players to the similar or better standard of Arne Engels, you're then building a team for the future, and you're building for a team that can compete in that middle bracket of the Champions League. And that's all we want to do, is we want to compete in the 9th to 24th position in the Champions League, and we want to compete in there on a regular basis. We're not going to pretend that we're going to get in top 8. There might be an odd season that if we get lucky and if we get the right players in, you'll get players. We could get into the top 8 of the Champions League, but I think if we get in better players that are of the similar or same standard as Arne Engels, you've got more chance of competing in that 9th to 24th position on a regular basis, and that can only be a good thing for the club. Anyway, that's to do with match sharpness. My brother says it comes with a big difference with being match fit. I know what you're saying, but I mean, if Palmer wanted to be match fit, why didn't he go away with Honduras then to get games at the international level? Do you know what I mean? When you look at Tony Ralston, he was away with Scotland just a couple of weeks ago, playing a couple of games for Scotland. I don't buy the whole match fitness at that level. I mean, they're doing it in training on a day-to-day basis. Sad amount of Celtic fans on here concerned about Aberdeen. What the fuck? Because it's just to make sure that the South Koreans end up in the meltdown will be absolutely. Hey, there's the manager, the Rangers manager getting, because what we want to do, whoever had said that, we want to make sure that Rangers are far down the league as possible. We want Motherwell to get a little bit closer and overtake the Rangers. We want Rangers to finish way down under 3rd position. Let's ultimately say it. And it's good for Scottish football that Aberdeen are up there. And they're going toe-to-toe with Celtic. They are going toe-to-toe with Celtic, which is all good for the Scottish game. But anyway, let's talk about the game tonight. I was going to try and get the Brendan Rodgers interview, but you know what Celtic TV's like. They cut it off beforehand. Let's jump into the comments. Carly, why wouldn't we be? Read the room. Yep, Aberdeen singing, you're getting sacked in the morning. This must be, I tell you one thing, it's good that Aberdeen fill their house when Rangers come calling, because when Celtic come calling, they never fill their house. They never fill it. What an absolutely fantastic scoreline this is. And I've got to say, it is a scoreline that will be proud. No one will remember tonight when the league is won in May. Michael Ross, you're right, but there will be a game in the next couple of weeks that happens every single year around about Christmas, always in December, November, December. There is always a midweek game. When we go back to Brendan Rodgers' first time at Celtic, there was an away game to Aberdeen where we won at Aberdeen. You go back to Ronnie Dyler, it was the same with him. It was a away game up in Aberdeen in the December. We went away. A fantastic game. I can remember being at that game. It was absolutely, it didn't look like we were going to win. We got a goal and the dying embers of the game to win the game. Scott Brown was absolutely getting kicked all over the place that night. I remember that. There will always be a game at this time of the year that will set us apart from what has happened previously in the season, and it's the turning point. It is always the turning point. And I think it may be the Aberdeen game again, up in Aberdeen, because I think that'll be the game. Once we beat them in Aberdeen and then we get a little bit of space between them, I think that's when they'll start getting a bit nervous and dropping some points. But as that stands just now, Sevco have got a corner. Keeper gets it. Sevco try to do keep-ups. Aberdeen get the ball away. Let's jump back into Michael's talking about the massive semi this weekend. Let's just jump through the comments. Michael, Carly, shiny Lego here you love. Wanted Dundee United to get the result. Yep, I'm going to try and get the other results in because I've not seen the other results. Stevie Cool isn't live. I was going to try and stream the Sevconian channel at the same time because I can do that. The other games in that's not tonight. Why is Sky not? Where's the live? For the BBC site. Motherwell beat Dundee United. That's a shame because I was wanting Dundee United to try and close the gap on Rangers. Hearts got beat by Kilmarnock. Hearts beat again Ross County, drew with Hibernian. St Mirren are currently beating St Johnstone 3-1, and Rangers are currently getting beat by Aberdeen. We are just waiting on this game finished so that we can pop over to Sevconian land. And I'm just going to get the SPFL table in full. And the table is, it's got the Hearts are bottom on 6 points. Hearts are bottom on 6 points. Hibernian are on 6. Dundee are on 9. St Johnstone are on 10. Ross County are on 11. St Mirren are on 11. Kilmarnock are on 12. Dundee United are on 15. I wanted Dundee United to win because if Dundee United won, it would have closed the gap on Rangers. Just too much for them. I tell you one thing, the Rangers are shite. They are woeful. Let the milk 4 minutes at a time. Yeah, I've just seen that. Just 4 minutes at a time. Hope Boyd doesn't go home and take it out on his livestock. Says GT Boy. Chris says 3 points in the bag. Another shutout. Yeah, it is another shutout. And another clean sheet, which is good because Kasper Schmeichel's got some record. Kasper Schmeichel does have some records. The Huns don't know how to handle a semi. Something they say is the sheep are on level points, but our goal difference is that point. Yep. Our goal difference is way above them. I mean, you can see it on the screen right now. I mean, we are sitting on a goal difference of 26. So, as it stands, I mean, Aberdeen will need to go on a massive goal scoring run. I think ultimately, if it comes down to the Aberdeen Celtic games, Celtic will beat Aberdeen at Aberdeen. I do believe that. Is Aberdeen going for it again right at the end of the game? Rangers are all over the place. This is like a poor. What now? Hey, go on yourself. What the fuck was that fly? But we'll be going straight over the Twitter feed of the land of the living dead. The Huns don't know. I'm just going to jump through the comments. 110 seconds of Hun tears. We have the Hun tears ready. Can't wait for work tomorrow. Got a big swinging Bobby. What the best Stephen Johnson says. Hank and Gemma says, I'm getting a giggle reading the Hun comments on Twitter. I'm just getting ready to go into Twitter. And we are just waiting. I've got about a minute and Clement must stay. The poor wives. Yeah, Ian, the poor wives. Come on, boys in green. Sebs on Arabs are shite. Stephen Johnson, hail, my friend, says Jim. Catholic Rebel says, are you having a laugh? My stream has just froze. Don't do this. Game over. That's it. Bye bye, Sevco. Switch the tail off then. Don't need to see it. That's it. Game over. Haha. Score prediction was done. That's it. Let's get the league title up because this is the live league and it is a full-time score where Celtic are top of the table after playing 10 games. They've won 9 games, they've drawn 1, they've lost 0. They've scored 29 goals for, whilst Aberdeen have scored 20 goals. There is only 9 goals in the difference in the amount of goals that Celtic and Aberdeen have scored. But Celtic have only had 3 against us, where Aberdeen have had 9 against. So that makes the goal difference 26 and 11 for Aberdeen. The Rangers, the Sevco in disguise, are sitting down in 3rd position with only 19 points. 19 points. Absolutely tremendous, because the busy time of December comes, I reckon that they'll be right down the league. And even worse off points wise. Oh Jesus. Oh, to have nearly equals. It's all over, full time. Hilarious Huns. Right, time to jump over to the land of the living dead. Just to see what they are saying. Full time. This is going to be funny. Full time. Cheers, lads. Game over for Felipe. Game over. Welcome to the latest edition of the Rangers Wheel of Misfortune. And I'm going to turn that slide down a bit because it's just Rangers at 9 points a draft. This 10-point club can't compete. It's an utter embarrassment. Force change now. Sack him. Right. Sack him. Sack him tonight. Just sack him. Get him gone. Rangers have died. 9 points behind Aberdeen. That's pure stinking, man. I hope the relegation group post-fixture splits decent to us. This was Pish Poor. Goodbye, Philippe. Get to F. Coming to Ibrox with a plunger and a baldy, but get him. Time for change. Is that not what the Celtic fans used to say in the 90s? And was it no Celts for change? And they're going time for change. Inject this as tears. And some of them, someone with a Halloween competition dressed up as Cyril Dressers tonight. What a performance. It was shocking. We're a poorly coached team. We're a poorly coached team. All over was very average. This is one of the worst Rangers team I have witnessed in my lifetime. Wayne obviously didn't watch Rangers in the 1980s before Mr. Murray and co came into the club, because I think that you'll see during the 1980s the team were worse. So he's maybe very young. He's maybe only in his 20s. 9 points behind Aberdeen. Dear gosh, get Clement gone now. No more excuses. No muck but wait but next month. It is awful. Time is up for Clement. End this effing nonsense. Baldy Beale must stay. Get him out. Absolutely woeful. It's not just the result, it's the lack of tactics, the style. We deserve. We are awful. Hashtag Clement. That's hashtag Clement out is an actual thing. Oh my goodness, did it? No fight, no pride, nowhere to hide. Incompetent on and off the pitch. We deserve better. Hashtag Clement out. That was the Union Bears putting up a poster. Oh my god. If you go on and put hashtag Clement out, you'll see lots of unhappy 200% Clement out. Sack him. Bad result for Celtic, in my opinion. I want my money back. Never paying for anything for that club ever again. Time's up. What a total joke of a performance. It's nice to see you, you baldy twat. Happy Halloween -9 years. Backed him until now, but he can't go and play that kind of football. Absolutely spineless. Sack him. There's a lot of sack him now. Clement out. Push better. Shout Rangers. A pure shout Rangers. That's a pure shout Rangers. That's a pure shout Rangers, man. Just fucking rock. Anyway, they need investment. Sack the manager. Yep, they need investment. Sack the manager. No, but yes, but no, but they can't even afford to sack him. The Huns are all raging. Harry Baz says Michael Bryan. Big Chewy says, what a night for Celtic and Aberdeen. Class opening, 7 point gap above the also rans. Aberdeen fans singing sacked in the morning. Well, you'll be sacked in the morning. Fantastic. Hail, hail. The Rangers rabble will have a breakdown. Let's see if the Rangers rabble is online. Because they've got a funny feeling we could double stream them YouTube. Because that could be rather interesting. Let's see if they're live. Nope. None of them are live. No, there's waiting. There's 118 waiting. 118 waiting. When are they going live? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Should we double stream them? Should we double stream them? These ones. If we get, what time is it? It's 10 minutes. Right, if we get 50 yeses in the live chat, what we'll do right now is I'll set it up so that we can listen to them whilst we're on this chat, so we don't have to go into their channel. So if you want to listen to the Rangers Rabble podcast live through this channel, put yes now. Yes. You know it's Tim's that's waiting. Right, get the Tim's off, and I'll set it up so that it comes through this channel. Copy that. No cohesion. Right, give me 2 seconds and I'll just set it up so that we can hear what they are saying, browser. Right, let me just set this up. Okay, just get that off the screen. I need to interact with it. Just 2 seconds. So when they go live, we'll be able to hear absolutely everything. 8 minutes into that. Right. We have it up here. As long as they're not adverts or anything, I'll keep the volume down just now. But as soon as they go live, I will need to swap screens. And let me just turn that volume down. The desktop audio is down. So it is set up. I'll show you on the screen. I do have them set up. You should see that on the screen. And as soon as they go live, we'll be able to listen in to the meltdown of the zombies. And that, in fact, did that come up on the screen? Don't they'll have any Huns on tonight. Yeah, it came up on the screen. Even perfect. Right, I've got it. So, oh, this is going to be funny. This could possibly be the funniest live stream that we've ever done. This could honestly be the funniest live stream that we've ever done. Listening to you can feel to read the comments. They're coming in faster than Hunteers. Hank says Boyd's face is magic. Pay your taxis. Jacko's greeting. Popcorn ready. Already packing a bong. Thomas says before the game, the guide dogs were on the pitch. They should have given them to the ref. Says Thomas. Remind me to get a waffle. To get the waffle or raise. Night night Baz and everyone offer a few Peronis. That's okay. Being back, Craig. Hi from South Africa. Buy a Rangers jersey tomorrow and get another one for free. Hail, hail. You do that. Right, I need to just listen to this because how many minutes have we got to go? We've still got 4 minutes. We've got 4 minutes for them on. Some of the comments that are coming through. I'm off to my bed. Can't be arsed talking about Rangers anymore. End of the game. 4 at the back. Just play the B team for every game now. Can't get any worse than this. the comments are absolutely. It must be sacked. Terrible performance. Oh, Rangers Rabbles just changed it to subscribers only. The Rangers Rabble has just changed it to subscribers only, so they're not wanting any Tims in the comments. But it's okay, because we have set the stream up so we can listen to everything that they say. We can listen to everything. The old code died trying to catch the mighty Glasgow Celtic. Seb's code 2012 will die trying to catch Aberdeen. Oh, this is going to be a laugh. This is going to be an absolute laugh. I'm just waiting on them going live. As soon as they go live, I will have it streamed through this. There's still 3 minutes 28. They have put it up so that there's no Celtic fans. They've changed it. Celtic will equal our record. Embarrassing. Celtic will equal our record. Embarrassing. Lock up your kids in your bedroom. Tarry our Celtic support inbound. We are the people. We're no inbounds, mate. They've just put it on to, what is it, on slow mode. Spaniel, you'll be lucky to finish third. Clement is like his sister is. Have we lost? We've lost the plot. Ten Hag, we might get him next. Get Ten Hag. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Let's jump back into the Celtic chat and see what people are saying. I am just waiting on these clowns starting. Yep, I am waiting on them starting to get to get the reaction, and we can listen in live to what they are saying, so that we don't have to go into their channel and and listen to them talking. So make sure you get all your Celtic mates onto this channel and not the Rangers Rabble channel, because you won't be able to comment unless you subscribe to the Rangers Rabble. Now we're only wanting them to subscribe. My head's bursting. Tav again, absolute passenger. He survives this, he survives anything. Our leader is a header. We can't afford to sack him. We might as well get that idea out of our head. That's Big Malky for Govan. Oh man, the comment section is absolutely hilarious. But wait a minute, can I show the comment section? No, because it doesn't come up. It's just their screen. Wait a minute, I'm going to try and show the. Nope. No, it's not going to do it. Why not? No, it's not going to do it. It's not going to show the comment section. I was going to try and show the comment section because that would have been absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious if we could get the comment section up. CJ Novo is going to be greeting them on. This is clueless racing forward. That was bye Rangers. Get the Huns right up in the morning. Bludgeon the daily record. Graham Murty has changed his SIM card. There's no money to pay him off. Yep, that's what they're saying. There's no money to pay him off whatsoever. And there's currently... Oh, we're just waiting on them going live. I am just waiting on the Huns going live, so hold on. Oh, they've just had a super chat. Go pay them, keep the core of the club financially. Fans have had enough. A Scotsman in Spain? Who the fuck is that? It's that time of year again, folks. It's that time of year ago. Rangers Rabble has just started. Started a goal. Goal ends in 59 minutes. What's starting a goal like? Just start the fucking the Rangers Rabble. Why have they not started? Subscriber mode only. Any new investment should not be used on players. It should be used on getting rid of Clement. Nothing changes. There's a lot of suggestion. Where is Tav and the Happy Clappers? Oh my god, this is. Oh come on, where are they? They were meant to be started by now. Sevconians don't do walking away; they run. They also do hiding. Right, I'm just waiting on this. They've still not started. They must be waiting for us to bugger off. Look, they've still not started. They're hiding. They're probably watching this channel going, oh no, they're going to they're going to hijack the chat. Waiting on their double Christmas to gyro to pay them off. Don't think the zombies pissed off to better utter piss if Cooners don't do walking away. They run. Michael Ross, we miss Cantwell. We do miss Cantwell. Why is the Huns not starting their podcast? They're obviously... He's turned us down twice. Waiting on the Rangers Rabble. They should have started a minute ago. Subscribers mode only. You need to subscribe for 20 minutes or more. They're doing what I do. They're doing it for 20 minutes. You need to subscribe to the channel for 20 minutes before you can comment. They're trying. Oh, here we go. There's the adverts coming on. Here we go, lads. You ready for this? Are you ready? Just here it comes. Here it comes. Just give me a minute. The adverts are playing. Skip adverts. Here we go. Right, wait a minute. I just need to turn. Here we go. We're listening. We're hijacking the Rangers Rabble live.
Builds and whatever. Previous managers coming in and making it terrible. We can have all those debates if you want. But that's us now. In October, 9 points behind Aberdeen and Celtic and losing to both Aberdeen and Celtic. It's time up. It's game over. Clement has to go. Clement has to go tonight. The board have to do it and then tell all of us fans that they've done it. We can have all those debates if you want. We try and rebuild and move on with a new manager, whoever that may be. I don't know, but it's game up, folks. It's done.
It's done. We have
that
hijacked.
Was pathetic tonight.
We have hijacked.
Yes, there'll be people who say second half we looked a bit better. We done this, we done that.
We've managed to hijack. Wait, shut up, you.
Second half, we created the odd chance, and then once we got ourselves back into it, we shot the bed again. So it's all over, folks, for another season. And Trophy Hall's gone. Everything is all over. Joining me tonight
is Meltdown
for this extremely painful reaction is Connor and Ian. Hello, everybody, and welcome along to your post-match reaction. here on the Rangers Rabble podcast.
This isn't the Rangers Rabble.
Ian, you joined me on the watch along, so I will let Connor have his say on this first. Just before you come in, Connor, please like, share and subscribe
if you want, but this is really the One Celtic Fans View channel, and we have hijacked the Rangers Rabble, and we are listening live to the Rangers Rabble. That lot having a meltdown.
The first thing I want to say before I proffer my opinions on Rangers and go in, and we will do that in this podcast, and it will be thoroughly deserved. The first thing I want to do is just quickly say well done to Aberdeen, because they were, I think, despite our slight improvement in the second half, I think they were the better team on the night. I think they showed the desire, the heart, the hunger, the willingness, the fight that we just don't have at this moment in time, that we have lost and lost quite a while ago by the looks of things. And they deserve the plaudits that they'll get. And, at the end of the day, none of us are surprised by this result because we are an absolute disgrace.
This is brilliant. This could be the funniest podcast in the world.
I think some people in the chats vociferously having a pop at me for congratulating Aberdeen, but
listen, if I was in the chat the way that I was feeling, Connor, I'd be having a pop at you, But you're right. You're absolutely right.
Understandable. The anger is understandable, and I'm not downplaying that. I just think, I made this point for anybody who watched the Scottish Football Show when Aberdeen went to Parkhead and done well, that you've got to give them credit as well, because they deserve the credit. I hate them as much as the next person, but I'm also not blind, and I think it's just...
This could be most probably the best podcast I've ever done.
Taking that out of the equation, we are absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious at this moment in time. Philippe Clement, it is time for him to go. There's no hiding place. There's nowhere else for him to go. I've said this. We've all said this in the last few weeks in the build up to this game, and then after the Kilmarnock game, which I seen somebody earlier whose name was something Rangers were not to write ready, saying that it was over after the Kelly game. In terms of the league title, he's probably right, but there is nowhere else to go. Michael Beale got sacked round about this time about 13 months ago after a humiliating defeat at home to Aberdeen. We were still sitting second at that point though, and we weren't really under any threat from third place. We're now sitting third, 9 points behind Aberdeen and Celtic, just 3 points in front of Motherwell and Dundee United. We need to be watching our back for Motherwell and Dundee United.
Pass this on to all your Celtic mates and get as many Celtic supporters on this as possible. Don't listen to them. Don't go to their channel. Come here and do it, because I think we've just found something new that we can get away with.
When this Rangers manager told us in June, July was it, as the season was about to start, judges in October, November, because that's when we'll be better. That's what he said. We'll be better in October, November. Well, here we are.
October, November.
At the tail end of October. Halloween's tomorrow. The horror shows happen tonight. Clement, I'm afraid, has not lived up to what he even says, very low expectations standards at the start of the season that he set. He's not even lived up to that. And for me, however we do it, whatever negotiation needs to take place, Philippe Clement, the news of his departure from Rangers Football Club needs to break at some point tomorrow, preferably before midday, in my opinion.
I'll just quickly say to Blue Horizon asking why he's slow in the comments. I knew there was going to be a lot of people on, so I set the comments to a certain timer just so I could try and keep up with the comments and be able to...
He also put the timer to 20 minutes to be a subscriber, so you have to be a subscriber to get onto the channel. But if Celtic fans want to listen to it and comment it, they can come on to the Celtic Live and listen to the one Celtic Fans View, talk with Celtic-minded people, and not need to subscribe to that channel, but you can listen to the Meltdown and have an even funnier evening.
Us the night comfortably, but without, and I don't want this to sound like I'm greeting or whatever. They're not anything special. That's, I think, what annoys me the most, Ian, is that they've got heart and they've got fight and they've got desire, Aberdeen. Fair play to them. But we've been beaten by a team that isn't that good. And we've been
Aberdeen
comfortably
weren't that
beaten
good.
by a team that isn't that good.
Oh man,
You're right. We have been beaten by a team that's not that great, but you said three things in there
they're better than
that
Rangers.
made them above us:
Stay in the
heart,
holes of all
desire,
kids,
and fight.
which
And
are-
Yeah.
that it was you saw it. I didn't even know what I was trying to say there. It came out of shul. You saw it tonight. I mean, it's bad enough that I've had we've had to sit there and watch all that, and now we've got to come back and talk about it. But it's. I was going to try and say something then, but you know what we're like when we try to do clever things and say sayings. But they worked hard. We didn't. And hard work
Pays
generally wins out. So, end of the day, we were piss poor. We had a good, maybe 15, 20 minutes the entire game, a couple of minutes in the first half, a good little bit in the second half when we scored, and then we should have pushed on. But no, Clement did what Clement
just
done.
said
Right, we got a point away from home. That'll
I'm
do.
just waiting.
We'll sit on that. We'll try and see if we can score another one. Very Paul Le Guen. I agree with Connor that something needs to be done, and we need to wake up tomorrow morning to find out that he's either walked, which he won't do because managers don't do that anymore, or he's been sacked. But again, that's not going to happen. I will put money on it now that he will be there on Sunday at Hampden in the dugout as well, because the board need to do something. But where is the board? Who have we got? Gilligan and his little mate, who isn't really part of it. Everyone else, I wouldn't know, couldn't tell you who the other people were. So I don't see Clement being gone by morning. He will still be there. And then come Sunday, if we get knocked out of the League Cup, I would expect the announcement to be made straight after the final whistle. But again, am I confident that would happen? No. Am I confident we'd even win on Sunday at the moment? No. I just don't think we've got the players in there. You could tell. Dessers, within 5 minutes, you knew
Are Aberdeen
that
in a title race?
it's not going to be Dessers' night. He's not in for this. Yeah, he didn't get a lot of service, and some of the balls into the box tonight were, for the most part, were awful. Apart from maybe the goal and maybe one more attempt, I don't remember Mitov having to do a great deal. It was probably one of Mitov's easier nights. I doubt he'll get an easier night again for the rest of the season. And it's only October, Halloween's here, and it's a scary, scary ass time.
Right, I'm going to pause them for just a second because I want to jump over to Sky, and by the wisdom of magic, I'm able to bring you Sky and what they're saying about the game tonight, and I want to hear what Meltdown Boyd has to say ultimately.
Yeah, I used to sit on the fence on these answers, but now I can, you have to be serious and look at it. So far they are, and there's a long way to go, and Celtic are strong. But at the moment, you wouldn't write them off, because the longer they can keep this going...
Joe?
No Europe, and they've got, they will need Celtic to have a slip up at some stage. But at the moment, you just can't write them off because they keep churning out the results.
Are Aberdeen in a title race?
Yeah, I used to sit on the fence on these answers, but now I can...
I'll just get rid of it and we'll get the Huns back in whilst I try and get...
It is.
Spoke about it, that, the pitfall of that is that to sack him is now going to cost us more money than it already would have done because of that additional year that we've put on there.
I am going to try and get the Rangers manager on this podcast also.
It certainly seems to be that it's time for come on to go. I think the issue is going to be, twofold. We don't have a chairman at this moment in time, nor a CEO. So, that decision almost has to come basically directly from the board itself. And I think that if he is to be sacked, which I believe he should be, conversations will need to be had in terms of negotiating paying him off. I think from a financial standpoint, they'll need to negotiate something a bit less than what it would currently cost. You'd like to think that they'd be capable of doing that, but we'll wait and see.
The good thing about this is it does feel like 2012 all over, but the difference is we can completely, totally interact and listen to them live whilst we are on a Celtic podcast, which you couldn't do back in 2012.
But I don't think, I think the longer he stays, the more toxic it will grow. that comes again. The heat is going to be constantly on him, and the toxicity levels will rise. And I think for the benefit of the club, he does have to go. Where we go after that, who knows? It might mean that we have to go and bring in, a manager of a seemingly lesser caliber than Clement was when he came in, or because I don't know what the options would be out there. But ultimately, that shouldn't be a reason to keep a failing manager in charge of the club at this moment in time. And I will just quickly finish by slightly defending myself a bit on the back of what you said. We're all feeling it tonight. We're all angry. We're all livid.
Might be all angry, but I tell you one thing, their stream's doing fantastically well. They're getting over 2,000 folk on the stream, unbelievable. And the majority of them will be Celtic fans, of course, and it's just a pity that they're not on here, so you can actually listen to that manky mob without actually making them any dosh.
There's no question about that. I can assure him that I have no affiliation to any club associated with Manchester.
Well, no, it's actually further up north for you. But listen, everybody's angry. Everybody's pissed off. Listen, I can understand why people are getting ratty. It's not a nice time, Ian. It's not been a nice 3 year. It's not been nice since Gerrard left, if I've been honest. We've had a couple of moments in there. We've had a Europa League final that was, phenomenal European journey, which was great. We've won a Scottish Cup and a League Cup.
Kaiser, do you think I've just crossed the line when it comes to podcasting?
It's getting to the point where Scotland is now a one-team league, and we are part of the others.
And we're not even the best of the others at the minute.
No.
And as Connor's already said, we're now looking over our shoulders at the likes of Motherwell and Dundee, which we shouldn't be. Regardless of whether the players are any good or not, even the players we've got should be good enough.
This is absolutely fantastic.
Should be good enough to get second, but clearly at the moment they're not. I've said before that I wasn't through the door with Clement getting the boot. I was standing at it, but I was willing to give him time. But after what I've seen the last 3 games, I'm through that door now, and I'm standing on the other side telling him he's got to go. But there's still players within that team. As soon as the going gets tough, they don't get going. They just disappear.
Disappear.
It's the same, and it's not changed. Yes, we had a boost last year when Clement came in. We won the League Cup. Brilliant. We all thought that might have been a turning point in the road, and then things got tough, and the same players disappeared last season, and we lost a lot of them in the summer, but nothing seems to have changed. It just seems to be getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. And I know someone said in there that earlier on, before we even came in, that this is all on Beale. This has nothing to do with Michael Beale anymore, because he's had the summer. He's got rid of some of the Michael Beale deadwood. He's brought in his own players, and it's got worse. So this isn't Beale's fault anymore. This is Clement's fault. And like you said, it's done. The league is gone. There's no chance we're getting back into that, because there's no way Celtic are going to drop enough points. There's not going to be a 12-point swing at this point from Celtic. They're not going to fall apart. We'll be lucky to get near Aberdeen to even get in a fight for second. I think now we've just got to, as horrible as this is to say, we've got to try and aim to not be any lower than third. And that, as a Rangers supporter, is a shocking thing to say.
That is brutal. And I'm hearing loads of stuff about the Clement interview, which we will play. I will play it. I absolutely will play it.
They are going to play the Clement.
But I'm hearing some brutal stuff about that, which I think is just going to anger us even more. Some super chats to get through. Thank you very much for all the support that we get, folks. We'll start calling up with Charles. Clement must go. We can pay him off if you keep him.
I'm not being funny, but they've made probably about £100 on super chats tonight, and there's over 2,000 people watching. They're doing better than what this channel is. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Charles is spot on there. I was about to utter my catchphrase, but I just don't feel in the mood for it tonight, Martin, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's correct. We can't afford. See, the thing is, it's really frustrating me. I genuinely feel like you could just play back the reaction podcast we've done to Michael Beale's last game against Aberdeen and just replace his name with Clement's, because this conversation was the same then about can we afford to sack him or not, and it's always, and quite rightly, because it's always the conversation, and quite frankly we can't afford to keep him because we are absolutely in no man's land right now. Third place behind Aberdeen and Celtic. It's one thing if you're sitting second and you're 9 points behind Celtic at this point of the season. You'd still be angry, you'd still be livid, especially with how we've been performing. I don't think anybody would feel any happier. But we've, when you look at an Aberdeen side who last season were an abomination, finished in the bottom half, and look what they've done in the summer. They got it right. They brought in the right man in Jimmy Tilleen, who's doing an absolutely smashing job right now. We've faltered. We haven't really strengthened the squad in the way that we should. And right now, the biggest weakness is the manager. People will talk rightly about Tavernier, and he was atrocious tonight again. And we'll absolutely have a pop at him because he deserves it, and it's not the first time either. And I seen somebody in our chat earlier say, "Well, that's Tavernier getting another manager sacked." Well, you have to question these managers. Why do they keep playing him? Mm-hmm. Why does he constantly play? I know, did take him out the squad the other day there, or out the starting lineup, and then brought him on in the second half, which was refreshing. What made him think tonight would be different? He got bullied by Duke in the first half, absolutely bullied, and he was honking for their second goal. But again, these are the decisions that the managers are making, and it's costing them their jobs time and time again. And I think Clement, he just doesn't seem to know really what decision to make, what's his strongest squad, what the best subs are to make even. I mean, again, he waits till we're 2-1 behind before making that double change. We're bringing Haji and God, I forgot his name. I'm not angry, I forgot the name of the other player that come on. But Jeff Day, that's it. Again, those are changes that should have been made minimum at 1-1 for me. You make those changes. You bring that fresh energy into the game. You try and make things a bit more positive. He's waiting till we're behind. And so, yeah, Charles' point's right. We have to make sure we can get rid of him, because here's what we lose if we don't. See, if we finish third, the money drop off from even Europa League football to Conference League football, which is what we'd be staring at, because we'd have to qualify for the Europa League, which would not be a dead set. That's not a drop off we can afford. We've already seen that with the finances this week. So yeah, they have to find a way of negotiating him out of his contract.
It's not going to get any better than 18. Scott's
right. I'm coming out of their channel for just a second because I want to listen to what Chris Boyd said at half time before the Huns were even before they were really getting beat. So just hope this comes through. It should do.
Aberdeen are everything the Rangers aren't right now. I mean, they are so bad, it's unbelievable. And I know we've touched on the top of the show. Philip Clement's got 45 minutes to save his Rangers job here. That is a fact. That cannot happen tonight. Rangers go 9 points behind Aberdeen. Aberdeen are everything the Rangers aren't right now. I mean, they are so bad, it's unbelievable. And I know we've touched on the top of the show. Philip Clement's got 45 minutes to save his Rangers job here. That is a fact. That cannot happen tonight. Rangers go 9 points behind Aberdeen.
Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's get that other one back on.
In Spain, thank you very much. We were expecting it.
How's it go? I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yes, perfect.
Even harder. It's nothing that we didn't expect. I said after the Kelly game that if it hadn't cost me the best part of 500 quid to go to Glasgow this weekend for the St Mirren game, I would have cancelled it. Not bothered because I wouldn't want to sit through it. Just thankfully they won, so it didn't make my trip back, which was already long, even longer in feeling. And then they go and do this when I get back. So whatever happiness was coming from the weekend I've just had, it's just all but disappeared. They just know how to ruin your life, but you don't expect it. You're not. It's not something that you have that you're angry about. It's not because you expect it. That's what I'm trying to say. nobody. I don't think there's a few people that have gone. Well, we might get a result today.
It's on a 4-year deal.
But
is that
apart from back when Pedro was in charge, and you just never knew what was going to happen. I've never really felt that we could go to Aberdeen and lose. It would be a tough game. We'll be happy if we get away with a draw. But today, there's not one part of me today that felt, we can go there and we can win. And I think Clement is thinking the same way, because I said to you during the watch along that this feels very Paul Le Guen. If you can get out of there with a draw, he'll take it and he'll be happy. And that's just not the way it works. And I can't keep repeating myself. He's got to go. He can take some of the players he's brought in with him as well. They can go and all. There's a couple that will stay, but there's the rest of them. We're not getting any better. And the more we go on about it, the angrier I'm going to get. The disappointment will disappear, and the anger will take over.
Right, I am now going to jump over to Clement, and we're going to listen to what Clement had to say.
Lose, of course, but this could be a game that you have a draw, or on a good day, when things fall your side, that you win. So we score a goal, one toe or a toenail offside. Those moments are not on our side this moment. And first half we started well, then Aberdeen took over. We struggled really hard in that way. Second half we took the game in our hands. We get the chances, we don't score them, and they score on the rare occasion that they came then in these moments. So. You need to be more clean. We need to be more clinical in the final thirds to win these kind of games also, and to have the luck on your side, like with the offside. It's a very disappointing one, of course.
Is that acceptable enough though? If you're talking about a bit of luck and also not being clinical, and maybe on a good day you could get a draw or maybe a win, but should you not be coming here and making sure the performance is better?
Yeah, but the performance is better. I think this is one of our better performances until now this season with the new squad. All credit to Aberdeen also.
You got beat
the way they
2-1,
played
mate.
now at
home. He got beat 2-1, and that was a good performance.
Home, the way they played at Celtic Park also. So they are there where they deserve to be. And we're working hard to make things better on our side. I think this was one of the better performances of several players and several new players, and we need to build further on that. But of course, to take the points, and it's about reacting fast to be ready for Sunday for the semi-final.
We're at the end of October now. Do you feel you should be further ahead of where you're at just now? You should be improving, or you should have improved a lot more by now?
In points for sure, yes.
Points for sure. In points for sure.
The toenail was not there. It was 2-2 today.
What? If the toenail was not there, it was 2-2 today. If the toenail was not there,
or we were leading that moment. So
if the toenail was not there, it was 2-2 today, or we were leading.
So that's also that decides also the perception after all the game about that. It's not that Aberdeen blew us away today. That's also not the reality. You've seen that also.
Do you think the fans can accept that though when they come here and they know they're now 9 points behind?
No, they want to win, and we want to win also. And we need to get better to make up these 9 points in the future. But it's about game after game and not focusing only on that. It's about game after game.
What? It's all about game after game, but it's not about focusing on that. It's about focusing on game after game.
Getting results and making a momentum again with a series of results.
Did Aberdeen want it more tonight, or when you got it to 1-1, do you feel you should have kicked on?
Did you feel the second half? Which team wanted it more to score goals? Which team was defending?
It's not for me to say. I only ask the questions.
No. So we were attacking. We wanted it. We were.
But you never got it.
Most times in the box of Aberdeen in the second half. So we wanted it. But Aberdeen wanted it also, and they took it.
Does that add to the frustration then when you were on top?
What's he talking about? He wanted it, they wanted it, they wanted it. Who wanted it?
You couldn't get that other goal, or you couldn't threaten enough in terms of making
we
make saves?
We threatened enough, but we didn't finish clinical enough.
Do you think this adds focus to what you're doing? Do you think this brings extra pressure on you when the away form has not been great this season?
No, it's not about me. It's about the club. It's about building a big rebuild that was necessary. Also, you've seen the numbers yesterday that's been brought outside. What a rebuild was necessary for the club also, with cutting down the wages, with making a younger squad, because the squad was old. All these things, that was a decision made by everybody in the club, and everybody sticks behind that because it was the only way to stay healthy as a club and to stay sustainable.
But you're no healthy and you're no sustainable. You're in £17 million worth of debt.
I don't think that fans or any other people want to go back to the situation of 12 years ago.
You might do, mate.
Does that make your job even harder then, looking forward?
Of course, it was it's a harder job than when you can spend money in that moment and you can get experienced players in. But I totally went into the challenge, and I'm totally going into the challenge also, because I'm very convinced that with this group of players and in the next transfer windows added players, we will make a good future of the club again.
A good future of the club again?
It's a big semi-final, the perfect game to have in the next game to bounce back quickly.
It doesn't matter which kind of game. It's about bouncing back and have a strong performance and qualify.
What?
Philippe, what was your thoughts on your team's performance tonight?
Yeah, it's usually disappointing to lose.
Yay! There he said it. That's all we wanted to hear from Clement. Let's jump back over to the Zombies and see how really disappointed they are.
3 years, 50 million quid.
Wee.
Was he watching a game back from a couple of years ago, from the 90s or something? Was he just had that in front of him? I don't know what he's talking about. I'm now, I just don't know. I mean, he's got to go. I mean, I think someone's put it in the chat further up, which, like you said, the chat's moving pretty quick. I think for his own health, he's got to leave. I don't think he can do this. And me and Connor said it at the start before you come in, while you were in your brooding silence moment, that he's got to go for his own good, because if he keeps doing this and we drop further and further behind, who in the hell is going to touch him as a manager leaving here? So either he goes or we sack him. He's got to go. I can't do this again on Sunday when we get knocked out by Motherwell and he says, "Wow, it was a good game and we did really well." He's Paul Le Guen all over again. He's Paul Le Guen all over again.
There's problems at
I'm
Rangers
happy.
that
If
need
I
to
can
get
get a
fixed.
draw at Aberdeen, I'll be happy with that. And if we can get a win, brilliant. And then he goes and takes off our only real attacking threat in that second half. He takes off Bayrami to bring on Yefte, who was
mental.
No offense to Yefte, he's been one more of the positives of the season, but he was non-existent in that game. Hadji comes on. I forgot. We said it in the watch along. At one point, I forgot he was even on the pitch, even though he came on. I mean, and then Dess's lasts 82 minutes before he brings in it. I don't know what he sees.
Right, I'm going to hold it with them, because then we're going to nip over by the powers of the internet and television. Yes, we have taken it to a new level. We are bringing you Chris Boyd and his meltdown this evening, live on the One Celtic Fans View. This is why you want to get all your mates and everyone that you know to subscribe to this channel, because we are just taking it to a brand new level on the live streams.
There's problems at Rangers that need to get fixed. Take nothing away from Aberdeen, by the way. They deserve the victory. And by far a better team than Rangers. Better manager than Rangers, better recruitment than Rangers, better team than Rangers right now. And Rangers need to get it sorted out.
Yeah, I mean, that goal was Rangers' only shot on target in the second half. And that was at a time when they dominated or had their dominant spell of the game. That's got to be a concern for Philippe Clement, for the Rangers supporters, that they're not creating enough and testing goalkeepers enough.
No, it doesn't seem to be the quality. That was the one bit of quality they showed in that whole game, and they got a goal from it. But Aberdeen dominated from start to finish.
Take nothing away from Aberdeen,
yeah, Rangers had 20 minutes where they had a few corners and were putting the ball in the box. But you know, I spoke about desire a lot, but quality. Aberdeen had more quality throughout the pitch.
I mean, you look at, we both played the possession. Cyril Dessers was just all he wanted to do was fight with the defender. Like, even when the ball's wide and you think, get yourself in the box, you have a chance of scoring a goal, by the way. If you get yourself in the box, you have a chance of scoring. There's no point in staying out the box and hoping somebody's going to cut it back from the byline, hoping somebody's going to arrive there and then you're just going to get a pass in. You need to make defenders work. You need to move. Even, as I said, when you're backing in, you're falling, he's concentrating everything else other than what he should be. But listen, he's not alone. As I said, there's loads out there that are absolutely miles off it. From top to bottom right now, Rangers are leaderless. And I don't care what they're leaderless. You go back to the recruitment, you will probably touch on it. Aberdeen have recruited a team within £2 million. By the way, and what we forget is sold their best player. Sold their best player. They have built this team with £2 million. They are miles ahead of Rangers in terms of a structure, even a work ethic to go and play. Rangers people keep telling me Rangers are cost cutting. They've spent over £10 million and they have downgraded in every single position. And I don't care what anybody says. 8 players from the start were already there before Philip Cologne arrived. 8 of the 11. They have downgraded in every single position and they get what's coming to them.
There you go. That's the one and only Chris Boyd this evening. And sitting absolutely... got absolutely mental. Meltdown Boyd, absolutely. They don't know who to blame. They absolutely do not know who to blame. Anyway, it is midnight here. I am going to call it an evening. I'm sure that you can all jump over to the Rangers Rabble channel. They're sitting on, we have 4 or 5 years of this. Jesus, they're sitting with 4,500 people watching their channel, man. Come on, what is going on? There's an awful lot of Celtic fans watching them because I don't believe, they've only got 11,000 subscribers, but there's 4,000 odd people watching their channel. Anyway, I'm done and dusted for the night. I'm going to have some, I need to get to bed. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Thank you to everyone who has watched along this evening. This has been the One Celtic Fans View. We have taken this channel to brand new heights. Make sure that you get all your mates to subscribe to the channel. Tell them about the absolute banter that we had on the live this evening. We hijacked the Rangers rabble and we managed to listen in to them. We listened to Chris Boyd live on the channel. We also listened to Clement. The Meltdown has been absolutely phenomenal. No need to go onto a channel that just copies and pastes and sticks it up from this is where it's at, and this is where you get Celtic channel and Celtic banter. Never mind going and listening to them. Their rudders list, their captain list, their manager list tomorrow in the morning, seemingly. But Celtic are ultimately top of the table. Yes, we are top of the table. And we're sitting comfortable with a goal difference of 26. Celtic are also just on level points with Aberdeen, but there is a massive gap. Yes, there's a massive gap between Rangers. We want Dundee United and Motherwell to both overtake them. Can Motherwell just do one at the weekend and just get them even just to cry even more? I think the meltdown on that game would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, thank you to everyone who has watched the video tonight. There's been over 3,000 people who've watched the video. There's currently 435, which is unbelievable because there's 2,000 odd watching the Huns channel. Disappointing, but never mind. You got to go with it. Anyway, where's Sutton Baz? He never really got a chance to speak because Boyd had done all the talking on that piece with Sky that I got. Anyway, will surely be some more in the morning. You're all going to disappear. Have a fantastic evening to Celtic fans all around the world.